I'm a trained remote viewer. I was in a secret government program looking for mind expansion, human potential, and magic, all of which I learned. I'm here now to give you information that I acquire through my abilities from the planets for each one of your astrological signs. This is not a substitute for your regular astrologer because I have an intention, which is a filter that the information comes through, and that intention is to help you through this, what they call end times. We're in end times, and we're at the end of end times. We're like in the worst, and we're coming into some pretty heavy darkness. And my intention is to give you information to make it easier, that it not be quite so difficult, that you have less anguish. Information can liberate, even though we have left the age of information and we have entered the age of transformation. So I've had people that have followed me and have used my information to stabilize where they're at. And that is not what I'm here for. I'm here to give you information. If you need to change, don't fight it tooth and nail, because we are in the middle of the age. Not in the middle. We're in the age of transformation, and staying where you were at is obviously not flowing with what needs to happen at this time. Going directly into then the astrological signs, we're going to start as usual with Aries, which is a male sign. That's its element is fire, which means that the element that it needs to know how to handle is the fire element, which unfortunately is out of control on planet Earth. We're not getting into global warming. But if global warming needs an excess of fire, then it's an accurate statement. The rest of it, who knows? We don't know. Aries, you've been suffering with this extra fire, which basically burns you up and makes you angry and cranky and not able to work well with others. What do we have for you this week? Things are easier. And you're going, what's this all about? How come everything is so easy all of a sudden? Well, apparently the planets think that perhaps you have learned some stuff, or there's other stuff that you don't need to go through because you've already been there and it's not going to be beneficial. So things are going to be easier. And they're going to be consistently easier. It's not going to be like, oh, gee, I had a string of good luck and now let me wait for the bad luck. I think that long string of what you call bad luck, which really was a learning process, I think that long stream ended. And I think that if you work with the energies, if you work with the signs that are given to you, things that people tell you, things that you notice, and you work well with it, you stay awake, you pay attention, and you go, oh, I think that means I need to not do that, or I need to do that. I think your life is going to get a lot better, Aries. In other words, what the planets are sending you, it's going to be a lot easier to live with. So we're going to go to the next sign, which is Taurus, which is a female sign, and it's an earth sign. Taurus. Talk to angry, cutting everybody's head off. I'm not going to do that. And then you're in your car going straight for what you want, which is what you just said you didn't want. That's a definition of neurosis and neurotic behavior. What is that definition? When your behavior gets you the exact opposite of what you want. You are telling people you don't want that. You're biting their heads off if they say that maybe, and you're going directly for it. Maybe there's a reason that you're misleading people, but I think it's a little bit too enthusiastically, because I think people are going to believe you, and then they're not going to be able to help you, because after all, you said you did not want that, Taurus. So your mantra, please God help me with my intention to know how to do this gracefully. Is it possible that you want something that for decades or years you have said you want, you hate, and now that's not the case? How do you clean that up? Maybe by stopping and not continuing to say, I don't want that. Don't do that. You're telling the universe you don't want something, and then you're running straight for it. Neurotic behavior. Okay, so Tauruses are very neurotic. Okay, that's accurate. Your mantra. Okay, just go ahead and do it. Don't question. and be quiet. Gemini, male sign, air sign. Same image as I got when I did these horoscopes in Spanish. There's papers flying in the air, but they're not just flying, they're actually flat. And you take this paper, and then you take that paper, and then you take this paper, and you put them together, and that's exactly what you needed. You're going to have a lot of papers around you, or stuff that's like papers. We don't do paper anymore. It's all on the internet, it's computer, whatever. You're going to have a lot of that, but it's not going to be crazy the way it's going to feel at all. And you're going to get what you need and what it is that you want. So your mantra, please God help me with my intention to know what to do. Not because anything bad is happening, but because there's going to be a lot happening. Okay? It looks good. I think you're going to have something positive happening. It looks really good, Gemini. This is good. Actually, the horoscopes in Spanish, for several other people, it was really good. Nice. So we are maybe turning a corner, and things can not all be so god-awful. Thank you. Somebody is saying that I look very pink today. Thank you. Continuing on with Cancer, which is a water sign and a female sign. I see you at a desk, and then you get up and you say, I can't do this. It's too much coming in at you. It's not bad things. It's just the volume is not manageable. And I see you getting into your car and going to people's houses, knocking on the door and saying, I need help. And okay, how can I help you? And you don't even know what to say. How can they help you? And you go someplace else, I need help, and you're at the gas station, which is silly because I have an electric car now, but that's the image I'm getting, and I'm Cancer. And you're even asking the guy that's inside the little booth or the little store, I need help. And he's like, oh, okay, you want me to help you put gas in your car? I have an electric car. You can't put gas in it. So I think there's going to be some confusion, Cancer. You're so overwhelmed, you're going to get a little bit confused. Okay? And that's okay, because it looks like it's really good stuff. It's not like, oh my God, everything is horrible, I need help. It's like, oh my God, this is good, but I need help. It's too much. Good stuff, Cancer. Your mantra, please God help me with my intention to succeed gracefully. So it's a success, but it's so much that it doesn't feel graceful. That's your mantra. It's the intention mantra. And you always repeat it silently, and you expel the breath through your mouth. Okay? We're going to go into now Leo, which is a male sign and a fire sign. You're tired. You're very tired. And you're insecure. When you had all that fire running through you, you were so angry, you were really secure. You were like righteous. I have every reason to be angry, and I don't need help. And now, Leo, you don't have the fire running through you in terms of anger. So now you're kind of like, and you're kind of looking around like, I wonder what people think of me. It's a self-esteem issue. Now that you got over the violent rage that has been running through you for several years, and I would just do the purification mantra. And just do, even though I'm stupid, I love and accept myself, and just keep doing it. And then don't say, oh, I just, why don't you try it? And if you do it 10 times and you don't feel better, then don't do it. But I suspect you will feel better. Even though I'm stupid, I love and accept myself. That is not an affirmation. That is a vacuum cleaner purification mantra. You're saying, I'm stupid. Those are words that go in your breath. They go into your assemblage of bodies, and they find that information, that feeling, they vacuum it out. Not an affirmation. It's a vacuum cleaner, because you always end up feeling dumb if you don't have everything totally under control, Leo. I'm so sorry, but nobody has everything under control. So too often you feel like you're dumb, like you didn't get it right, like you did something wrong. Do the mantra. You're gonna feel a lot better. Okay? You're gonna feel a lot better. Going on, we go to Virgo, which is an earth sign. Virgo, however, whoever, is it black magic, is it a curse, is it energetic? I don't really know. But you're like buried, which is a type of curse where they literally do a ceremony and they bury you. And a lot of times they bury you in those holes where they put the caskets. I would suspect that practically every cemetery has somebody that works within the cemetery organization that works with the black magicians, because it's just too many cities that people have checked, and there's, you know, they open a hole, they're going to put a casket in, and then this whoever comes in and puts all these little things there, and then they put the casket on, and you're buried. But you can get unburied. So if you need help with us and you want to do an analysis, we do that. And if you are buried, we will find it. And then it's a separate process to remove it. But why don't you go ahead and do visualizations several times a day of, please God, help me with my intention to purify the burials with an S. And then mentally see yourself just automatically being guided to where you're going to go. And then just as if you were able to pick up what's underneath the ground with a fishing net, you throw it down underneath the burial, you pull it up and you throw it out. And do it several times a day. I think it's going to help. That's what's going on with you. So you have to feel very, but I see you with more energy, Virgo. Normally, all the other times you've been very whatever. Now you're actively seeking to get out from whatever situation you have that appears to be energetic, because even curses are done in the other dimensions. Therefore, a lot of people would say they're energetic. Okay? We're going to Libra now, which is an air sign, and it's a male sign. And I see Libra with party hat and bells on the toes and dancing and all the rest of that. But inside, Libra just really wants to slit his throat or slit their wrists. They're not showing what it is that they are feeling, which is that they really don't want to be here. They want to be gone. They want to die. So why don't you go ahead and do the mantra? Please, even though I want to die, I love and accept myself. You're going to feel so much better, Libra. You go, well, I don't really want to die. No, you don't really, but you do have those thoughts rolling like a racquetball through your head. Those are spirits that put it there because you feel so down. Do the mantra and you take away the food from those spirits, and then you stop feeling that way. Okay? You'll feel a lot better. And you're not going to be the first or the last, nor will this be the first or the last time this happens to you. And there's also galactic enemies that have thrown viruses on the planet having to do with wanting to die. And it could have landed on you. Whatever the reason, just do the mantra. Even though I want to die, I love and accept myself. Purification mantra. It is not an affirmation. Okay? Continuing on, we're going to go to Scorpio, which is a female sign and a water sign. Scorpio. We got too much fire inside of you. You might get high blood pressure, headaches. It's too much fire, and it's so much fire that you're not feeling the fire in terms of anger. You're feeling exhausted and beat up inside. I'm going to give you the mantra, even though I hate and my heart is broken, I love and accept myself. And then you might find yourself crying. And that's good. That meant we got the right mantra. Okay? And I even see you with a blood pressure machine on, so maybe your blood pressure is high. And that mantra will lower your blood pressure. I have to say, we've had so many, dozens of people that have sent testimonials and said, my blood pressure was high, my kids were running me to the hospital or to the doctor, and by the time I got there, my blood pressure was normal, but I did the mantra the entire car ride, even though I hate and my heart is broken. And on some other day, we'll explain why it is that those are the words that will bring your blood pressure down and will work very nicely for you, Scorpio, this week. We're going to go to Sag now. Sag is a male sign and a fire sign. Not looking good, Sag. We have inside of us a channel that looks like a chalice, this Holy Grail chalice. The funnel at the top, funnel at the bottom. That's where all your intentions are, and they're inside of you. They're parallel to your spinal cord. Yours is full of the fire element, Sag. You have spent so much time. You've been so frustrated and so determined to continue with that very elegant, everything's fine here, look on your face. You repress that fire so deeply, you put it inside your Holy Grail, because that is your also, but we discovered it's your Holy Grail. You are ruining yourself by allowing yourself to be frustrated this long, or by not processing your frustration having to do with the life that you're leading. Maybe you can't change it, and that's the case for most of us. So then do the mantra, or do something else. Take up kickboxing and do it 5 days a week. You're going to get sick, Sag. You are literally going to get sick. I've been watching this for months. So you either figure out how you're going to deal with that fire that you have in the core of your being, or you're going to have bigger problems than what you have now, but you're no longer going to be in control. Your problem is you want to be in control, and you're going to lose control unless you deal with your emotional reaction to a life that you are living, that you chose. So that's your mantra. Let's continue. After Sagittarius, we have Capricorn. Capricorn is raising a flag that's all purple. And at the top, it's like a purple tube. And at the top, it's a flag. You won. I don't know what you won, but you won. And I'm glad Capricorn. Capricorn went through kind of like what Virgo's going through, and Sag, really, really, really tough times, to the point, and I've told you, most astrologers are kind of like New Age and everything's positive. So I'm listening to an astrologer years ago, and she had just done Capricorn. And she went, you know what? What's going on with Capricorns? Like, this is like awful. It was awful what you guys went through for a long time. Okay, those times are over. This is the good news. We're going to go to Aquarius now. Air sign, male sign. You have a chain with that big iron ball, and you are going like this. Anybody that comes near you, you're going to cut their heads off. That's it. You're going to cut their heads off. You don't care. You're in the middle of your living room, which is what I have seen for you forever. The door is there. You're not even looking at the door. But you're really angry. Maybe you need this anger to process this anger openly. At some point, you got to deal with that door that seems to call you, or you seem to think you want to exit that door, but you haven't done it till now. So maybe you don't really want to do that. You need to figure it out. I'm going to give you a mantra. The first one I'm going to give you is a purification mantra, which is a vacuum cleaner to vacuum out all this anger and hatred that you have. Even though I want to kill everyone, I love and accept myself. And you repeat it silently in your head. Then the other one is the intention mantra. Do this one first, the way you want to kill everybody. You got that big, okay. And then go ahead and switch over once you feel more in control. Then do, please God help me with my intention to know what to do. You have to do something, Aquarius. Like Sag, you're stuck in the same place. Well, I don't know that Sag is stuck in the same place. Sag is stuck in many places that they don't want to be, or they want to do changes. Aquarius, you seem to be stuck in one place. So try those two. Okay, and we'll go ahead and continue with the last sign, which is Pisces, which is a female sign and a water sign. And Pisces is packing bags, suitcases. She finishes packing one, she puts it on the floor, opens another suitcase, packs that, and somebody's trying to convince her not to do that. And Pisces is saying, it's too late. You should have said this a long time ago. Why are you saying it now? You should have said it a long time ago. So Pisces has made a decision. And I know Pisces has been thinking for a long time, because we've been covering here in astrology. And Pisces does not make big decisions easily. It takes a long time to get them to do something that would affect other people. They don't like to not be good to other people. So a lot of times they stay too long in places and in situations. So congratulations, Pisces, that you made a decision. I'm not really sure. But you sure seem determined, and you do not seem to be doubting yourself. So let's give you a mantra. Please, God, help me with my intention to do this gracefully, which means to do it without a lot of trauma, without a lot of anguish, without a lot of accusations, not ruffling too many feathers, to do it as gracefully as possible, whatever it is that you decided to do, Pisces, okay? So that is it. In terms of the week, I see something really good. I see a big cloud of Nile green energy, which is the color of the heart chakra. In one of the dimensions, the color of the heart chakra is Nile green. And it's like over us on top. I have never seen that before. A lot of the astrological signs are getting positive readings. Most of us are feeling a lot more positive. I certainly have made tremendous advancements having to do with people that have blocked me, and hopefully maybe even tomorrow I will have the book I've been writing for 30 years will be published in English. Not on Amazon yet, on my store, ebook. And as soon as we get in all the corrections, complaints, comments, then we will get it up on Amazon as a paperback and also as an ebook. So wish me luck. I'm Cancer Gemini, and the two descriptions of what happens to Cancer and Gemini this week, totally accurate, having to do with what I think is going to happen for me this week. So this is about it. This is tomorrow night. We have the usual chat on Mondays at 7, which is for children. And at 8 o'clock, we are going to do another hour having to do with purifying the third eye, which is where your psychic abilities are. But you know what else is there? Your superpowers and your wisdom. Lots of memory from all the other lifetimes and information about the future. We have been very blocked, and we are going to, this group is going to get their third eye unblocked. We are going to do it. We did 4 hours. No, we actually ended up doing 3 hours last week. All we did was purification. And we're going to start up again this week, Monday at 8. And even if you only speak English, if you put something in the chat and say English, please. I barely talk, but we do put up the mantras or the instructions as to what to do. Just say, please include English. And I promise you that I will do that. So you have to come ready and comfortable to be seated there and repeating the mantras. Okay? So we will see you. Yes, somebody is saying they're a Scorpio and they're feeling a lot of fire inside. I actually know a Scorpio, and I actually have told that person that they're going to get sick. They need to do something. It's too much frustration. If you're too frustrated and you're not hitting everybody over the head and you're not killing everybody and you're not swearing at everybody, where's that fire that's inside of you? It's inside of you. It's going to end up, it becomes a self-destruct situation. Okay? So love you a lot, and we will see you. Bye.